and she's clearly really, really good in that arena. And so she did a pilot year where she went out and researched where the greatest need was in South Africa. Didn't know whether it was about building homes that kids who leave youth care get to. So very often in South Africa, if you have been on the street or have been abandoned by your family or have been using drugs, or the children of parents that have been killed, or whatever the situation is, and you are in a home until the age of 18, but then government funding stops and you are back out on your own, but often without a lot of the tools for moving into the rest of your life. And so what was decided was that she was going to start a program involving mentors that would unite with the youth a couple years before they were going to leave care, and so that they had a friendship, an adult, responsible friend who would show up on a regular basis, who would also potentially teach them how to fill out job application forms, college forms, how to use a washing machine, how to get an apartment, all that kind of stuff that they might not know how to do. And this program has been running for a few years, and the success rate is astounding. You know, the amount of, I think it's like 90% of the youth that go through this mentor program are either now in university, in college, have an apartment, have chosen to go back to their own communities, or have jobs. And the program has actually been used internationally as kind of an imprint for other programs using mentors that other people have wanted to start. So it's been great, and our only drawback is funds. Every year we are just scraping by to keep the youth and the mentors that we do have. There is a huge line of people who want to volunteer as mentors, and a huge line of youth who are eligible for this program in South Africa. And it all comes down to whether we can afford to take on more people on both sides. And so that's what we continue to try and raise money for. You can go to my website, gaws.com. No, whatever my website is, go to my official website. And you'll find information on Say Yes, and you can either donate directly to Say Yes. You can also bid for the t-shirt that I'm wearing, that I'm going to auction at the end of the day. And I might even auction this off to somebody. There's a X-Files 2 script here, and this is a really sweet little package. And they donated it to me so that I could auction off for a charity if I wanted to, or if we have time. But yes, and they have their own website. So yes, it's their own website as well. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi there. Well, I just want to say to you that I've been flying like 14 hours from Chile just to see you. It's been really worth it.
You get a jello shot.
Well, anyway, my question. Have you ever been invited to any Comic-Con in South America? Do you know anything related to that?
I haven't. I heard that they are there, and I know that the guy that I work with who facilitates my appearances at Comic-Cons has mentioned places outside of the United States and Canada before. So it's possible. It's possible.
You should go to Chile.
Clearly, because I like chili chocolate.
Yes.
I should go to Chile.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. How old are you?
20.
Oh, okay. Hi, the jello shot.
So you've played some really awesome scientists, and Scully was one of my influences in choosing to become a doctor. and I want to know if you've ever had an interest in medicine or in science in general.
I have a big interest in medicine and science, and I'm fascinated by scientific things, and at various times have bought Scientific American and stuff like that, as opposed to People magazine, because of my interest. But I have a problem, which is that I have such a bad memory that if I was ever in a field where I was supposed to remember things like, symptoms of diseases and scientific things, I would be crap. I'd be in my reference books the whole time. Nobody would believe me. They'd be rolling their eyes. I wouldn't have any clients or any patients. It would be bad. So, but it interests me. Both fields interest me.
Thanks.
And good luck.
Hi.
Hi, how old are you?
10.
Definitely not a jelly shot. Sorry, buddy, no jelly shot. But what's your question?
What is your favorite episode in the X-Files?
There was an episode called Bad Blood, which you might be old enough to see, because it was funny. It's very funny, and I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You can go home and watch it. It has Luke Wilson in it.
Hi.
Hi. You were wearing a pink jacket yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a picture of you in it. And me.
Okay, well, my question is, do you have like a favorite quote that Scully said in the X-Files?
No, but every once in a while, every once in a while people remind me of quotes from the series or ask me to write specific quotes on pictures. Girls, tell me a Scully quote that you think I might like. What? Damn it, Mulder, that's not my job. What was I referring to? Oh yeah, was that, all right, yeah, about cream cheese, not being light. Yeah, those are some good ones. Sorry, I failed. I don't know about that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Just a precursor to my question. I can't have alcohol right now, so
Okay.
will you take my Jello shot for me?
That is really sweet, but I don't drink either, so, maybe I can give somebody two by the end of the day. They can have yours as well. What I do is putting up his hand. That'd be a good question.
All right, so Hannibal in the fall.
Yeah.
Excellent shows. By the way, I'm so glad there's a second season in the fall because I almost pissed myself at the end.
Don't want that.
But all these serial killers, are you having trouble sleeping at night?
No.
No. Is it because Mads Mikkelsen and Jamie Dornan are so handsome you can't have nightmares about them?
I don't really get, it doesn't affect me in that way. It's very different when you're working on something than when you're watching it. The music's not there, to freak you out, and right now, in the fall anyway, I'm not a victim of his, or I'm not, I'm separate doing, Stella's separate doing her own thing, so it doesn't really get touched by that. But also just as an actor, I've learned how to compartmentalize quite a long time ago, so it doesn't really affect me in that way, but I understand. It's a little weird.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks. I realize that The X-Files was not a documentary of FBI operations.
When did you realize that?
I'm curious now. But having said that, did you and David actually spend some time with real FBI agents to research your roles, or if not, what did you do to research your roles?
Well, we, before we started shooting the actual series, we all went to Langley and talked to some FBI agents. And actually, that can't be before. I think it was during the first year. It must have been, because they were going to let us fire guns in a firing range, and I was not allowed to because I was pregnant, and I was very bummed about that. Yeah, so we went, but I'm not sure exactly how much that helped. I mean, it was nice. It was nice to be there and just get a feel of the environment and, you know, talk to other FBI agents. But a lot of FBI agents just seem like the rest of us, you know. I met a woman who, you know, was wearing high heels and a shorter skirt than Scully ever wore, and carried her gun in her little secret pocket in her handbag that she had, and you know, yeah. But that was fun.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Okay, double shot man, what you got for me?
Hi, Gillian. How are you today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Fantastic. I just want to say that, like...
Do you have dreads under there?
No, actually I have an afro, but the wind was bad outside and it was blowing it every kind of way. I'll pick it out for you later.
No, but if you show me your afro, I'll give you a second Jello shot.
That will work. That's a deal.
Okay.
Last August at Toronto Fan Expo, I loved your panel. You were amazing on it. I loved it. I don't know, you were kind of loopy, but it was just so fun. OMG. But I just want to say that IMDb, the truth is not out there.
That's true. Well, for complimenting me on another panel, I hope I'm not disappointing you today. But take your hat off.
But one quick question. I was reading next week's TV guide, and it was talking about the panel you did on the 18th with David and Chris Carter.
Yeah.
And I just had a question. Does Chris Carter share his weight? No, that's not the question. The question is, when you and David were hanging out, can you share anything with us about that from last week?
You mean when we were hanging out last week?
In San Diego, according to TV Guide.
Okay, well, I mean, we did. So anything that happened while we were hanging out together in San Diego? Okay, I'll answer that question, but take your hat off.
I told you I will, but I have to pick it out.
You don't have to pick it out! Orange, Josh? Dark red jello shot. There you go. Thank you very much. And I'll answer your question. Nice to meet you. You're handsome. You are. Okay. Let me tell you anything about hanging out with David. Well, it was fun. It was nice to see him. He was in a good mood. I was in a good mood. We laughed a lot. We went on a boat afterwards, or a yacht, for TV Guide to take pictures. A little weird, but they got some nice pictures, and we laughed some more, and that's about it. That's about it. Sorry. Very disappointing.